Hello, this is Julio Lopez. Welcome. And tonight we're gonna talk about a quiz scenario, and we're gonna define security of the cloud versus security in the cloud. Also, we're gonna map who owns what and where an MSSP is helpful or not, which means a managed security service provider. All right, for this case scenario, I'm gonna talk about this great company called Sun Coast Field Services. And what do we do? So technically, we are mobile crew, and we inspect safety equipment or LSC for local facilities. And the data side, we manage work orders, photos, and customer contacts. And why we usually do this in the cloud? It because we scale during monthly surges. Also, we can share the photos fast, and also the operation costs tend to be lower though. Okay, between the services we offer a total of four AWS services and also three businesses services. On the AWS side, we use EC2, which is great for waiting API application where we use secure SSH connections on the backend, and we set up bastion host servers and multiple zones. Also, we use S3 for photos and reports, where we use what is called buckets, and most of the data is gonna be stored here. I mean, especially for photos and reports. Now, for the database, we use RDS MySecure, which we store the jobs and customer data securely. And utilizing, and we connect through it through secure gateways. Also, the CloudFront and with the WAF, which also help us to have really fast, smooth internet connection, and also everything is filtered for web attacks. Though now on the business services side, we provide hardware, which is laptops and crew tablets, where all the information is scripted. Also, we use a CRM application for scheduling, where dispatch can communicate with the employees for successful, job duties. So also we provide Office ISP, fiber ISP plus remote VPN for connection for employees that wanna that connect remotely and in a secure way though. Okay, let's talk about security off versus in the cloud. With people tend to be confused about this, especially when we offer services, and we have to explain this over and over again. So a quick distinction: security of the cloud is AWS job. They load down the data centers, hardware, global network, hypervisors, and the foundations of managed services. Now, the security in the cloud is our job. We control identities and access, such as SSO, MFA, least privilege, name it. Also, we secure the data utilizing S3 bucket policies, and also KMS. Also, we patch and hide EC2 application at stacks, segment the network utilizing VPC security groups, where we can secure the ports. We can control through the security group everything, the inbound, the outbound, name it. And also we enable logging alerts using CloudTrail and Guard Duty. There's many tools that if I list them here, we're not gonna end, but this is endless. So we also run the backups, DR, and meet compliance. We gotta think about this like a building, right? Where AWS is the building and utilities, and we cover the design, log, and operate our office inside of it. So it's a very straightforward definition of it. Now, for your convenience, every time we create, we close a contract with the customer, we also provide this table where you can see all, the responsibilities, and what do we do and when we specialize on. On the left side, you can see here everything that AWS owns, and also on the right side you can see everything we do, which is tend to be a little bit more, but technically we go into all the details, especially we're very seriously about security, securing the VPN, establishing security groups, encrypting data, name it. So technically, like I said before, is AWS offer the building, and and different equipment on the multiple zones, and we create and provide the details, in hardware like tablets, computer, and so on to connect to these services, especially on the database using RDS. Okay, here are some controls that I'm personally on though. For identity, I use SSO with MFF everywhere. With least privileged IAM roles, which I use this all the time, especially when we have multi users. Short-lived creds and no hard-coded keys. On the data side, everything with no exception is encrypted with KMS, where we utilize S3 with which have block public access, type bucket policies and versioning, and MFS delete for secure, the data safety. Also on the RDS side, which is the database, this one has automatic backups and encryption, and also we clone it in multiple zones. We always have a backup in case one goes wrong or they hack it. Uh, for the network and application, we use private subnets by default. This is like which is not something that we, the customer have a choice, because we try to offer a genuine and very secure VPN, and without a subnet, I don't know how we can do it. So this is a yes, you gotta utilize it. Otherwise, we wouldn't sign the contract. Um, on these subnets, you can deny by default security groups. Uh, Technically, everything is denied, and then as the company or the customer need access, we're gonna we can create security groups on top of it and open ports, but that's gonna be on the demand basis, but everything's restricted from the beginning. I know it's kind of hard sometimes because they get pissed because they can access to a lot of data, but it's for security reasons, and then as we gradually meet the customer demand, then we start opening the ports safely. That's the only way to secure the data and everything, especially the database on the back end. Moving forward, also for the CloudFront WF, we manage rules plus rate limiting and strict TLS. For operations in IR, or white Cloud Trail, Guard Duty, and Security Hub, uh, these their feed alerts to on call. I keep a patch cadence for EC2 and devices via MDM and EDR, and maintain tested incident playbooks with um, with backups for recoverability. Everything. We tend to have backups for everything, so the customer, is guaranteed to have their data safe with us. These controls directly reduce our top risk, like public data exposure, storing credentials, ransomware on endpoints, and common web attacks. I own configuration and operations. The We tend to utilize the security groups, and and one time we cut a overly open security group where the inbound um, was unprotected, and we were having a lot of insecure injections from hackers. So what did we do? We implemented MSSP, which I'm gonna show you on the next slide to solve this problem. All right, like I said before, for the situation that I mentioned before, we use MSSP, which you can use also MSO. And the difference between these two is that MSO is operation focus, where it's gonna focus on availability, patching, backups, cost, and help desk. And the other hand, MSSP is security focus. It provides 24/7 monitoring, detections, IR, forensics, and policies. Um, And here is how we utilize MSSP and MSO. Uh, for the first point here, it provides, which is 24/7 SOC on SIEM. In this area, they watch our AWS signals, using tools like, CloudTrail and GuardDuty and WAF, and also is filtered noise. I only get paid for real issues, like with quick context and an action plan, technically. But usually the crowd tracing guard duty takes care of everything on the back. Whatever, and when you filter out, whatever it needs my attention is going to page me though. On the detection engineering side, they tune detections to our patterns. So normal spikes, they don't alert, like photo uploads. But brute force, key misuse, or audio location logins do. For patch and vuln management at scale, they keep EC2 in our devices fleet on secure baselines. Prioritize the highest risk CVEs, schedule patches, and verify remediation when they actually happen. In the IR retainer and forensics, uh, if sometimes pops, they help isolate instances, rotate keys, preserve evidence, and coordinate response so containment is fast and clean. For compliance help, they generate audit reader reports, like policy checks, controller status, backup test results. In that way, we can hand out the auditors solid evidence. The bottom line is they extend our coverage and speed. We still own approvals and any application changes. Okay, that's a wrap. Just a quick resume of what we spoke in here. So we spoke about off versus in, which is the AWS secures the platform itself, and we secure our configuration, data, and day-to-day operations. We also spoke about ownership. We got a clear map across EC2, S3, RDS, CloudFront, WF, and our business tech, so nothing falls through the cracks. And we also spoke about MSSP and MSO. This one extends our monitoring, response, and compliance without us having to hire a full 24/7 team. Actually, it's really flexible. That's the model, simple, accountable, and ready to scale. Thanks, and don't forget to give me a thumbs up, and also you can find on the notes, on the details right below the video, uh, my website, which is lopezbio.com. Again, lopezbio.com. You can go and visit me there and send me an email if you want to get in contact or know about our services. Thank you. Have a good night.